What's up, everyone? This is the Raw Truth coming back with part 2. And I want to hit, like I said, I want to hit some things home because in Tariq Nasheed's, he's hitting color. It's all about promoting Africanism, us being African and Africa's the motherland. And I've always asked the conscious community, I've always asked people who call themselves talking about their Egyptology, the Africa's the motherland, and that their people of Kemet is. This is what you need to understand. I want everybody to pay the fuck attention. When you look at black people in America, and I gotta say black people because that's what people's used to. When you look at black people in America, who claim that African shit, they always have an unk on, you know what I'm saying? But I have yet to see any real African, so-called Africans who are over here in the United States of America actually wear that. I don't see adults walking around wearing shit like that. So it's kind of funny, and I myself have spoken to so many Africans, so-called Africans, with over a 7 or 8 year period, and each and every single time I talk to them, they say that the American black man, and woman are stupid, that they don't know what they're talking about, and that the people that was taken from the west coast of Africa in slavery, that they are not their people, and they get highly offended if you ask the Africans, the so-called Africans, are you the same people that came from the west coast of Africa? They get highly offended. And one thing you have to understand too, people, is they never have anybody from Africa validating a damn thing that they're saying. Tariq Nasheed doesn't have. I watch Hidden Colors 1. I watch Hidden Colors 2. I watched the movies, and the thing that was pissing me the fuck off is there's no Africans, so-called Africans, validating him. Now, all these fucking so-called Africans have a seat in the fucking United Nations, and not one of them speak the fuck up for American black people. When we get shot down in the streets, where is these so-called Africans who to come together and join hands with us? Where's the fucking Ethiopians? Where's the Egyptians? Where's the Canaanites? Where is all these motherfuckers who are supposed to be from the people of Kemet? Where the fuck are they that walk hand by hand with us when we're protesting? Where they at? But see, Tariq Nasheed's Hidden Colors, like I said before in several videos ago, you can search through them, are all bunch of bullshit. And the reason why is I'm going to go further. Tommy Sotomayor asked one question to Tariq Nasheed. He asked Tariq Nasheed, how come he didn't fucking bring out and address the so-called Jews' involvement in the transatlantic slave trade? I'm going to go deeper. Tariq Nasheed, how come you didn't expose the Arab involvement in the transatlantic slave trade? Huh, Tariq? Huh? People who follow Tariq. People who are just dumbass motherfuckers who just worship this big beast, this motherfucker, this lying deception fool. People who worship him. How come you never asked that question? How come you never went to Tariq Nasheed and say, look, Tariq, how about the Arab involvement? How about the Africans, the so-called Africans who worked together in cahoots with the Arabs who sold us to the Jewish people, the so-called Jews? Who funded and bankrolled the slave trade, who traded us for beads and wine and shit like that. How come none of that was exposed? But you know the lie that they have going? Well, it was tribal and the tribal people got together and sold their own people. Well, that's a goddamn lie. Because, see, we're having a problem with West Africa. And the problem that we're having in West Africa is there's a slave port that's called Fort Judah. In French, it is called Oida. Oida. And Oida means Judah. So the black people that was taken off of the west coast of Africa were actually the tribe of Judah. That's a fact. Because the first Negro church in Savannah, Georgia, had ancient Hebrew writings carved in the fucking pews. Don't hand me that shit that black folks didn't know how to fucking read and write when we fucking read and wrote in Hebrew, and that's why Hebrew is all over the so-called United States of America. But Tariq Nasheed, his job, because he's Boule and because he's bound to the so-called white Jews who call themselves Jews and they're not Jews at all, his job is to keep promoting that African lie. And when you go against the so-called Jews, you go against his master. He got offended like a scorned woman, bitch, who's supporting her man. So when Tommy Sotomayor asked about the involvement of the Jewish involvement in the transatlantic slave trade, well, it made sense for Tariq Nasheed to turn on Tommy Sotomayor because he bows to them. And once again, because Tariq Nasheed, Umar Johnson, Polite, and Sonetta are fucking Freemasons and they're satanic, that also kills and destroys that black woman is God doctrine. Again, I want everybody to get a book called Morals and Dogma, written by Albert Pike. Albert Pike, out of his own fucking mouth, he's a 33rd degree Freemason, and he said that they follow the Luciferian doctrine and that the God of Freemason is Satan, and that's only supposed to be known for the 33rd, the 32nd, the 31st. Because the higher elite automatically has deceptionalized all the lower ranked degrees. So the higher elite deceives the lower elite. The lower elite. So when you listen to this story, it made sense to why how Tariq Nasheed was able to pop out these movies. Pop out the movies like Black Woman Pop Out Children, one after one after one after one, hitting colors 4, and you motherfucking black people don't even know who the fuck you are. Y'all call yourself original man? Well, if we're the fucking original man, then if that's the truth, and everybody's supposed to have came from us because we're the original man, then how do you explain the fucking United Nations who ain't speaking up for their mommy, for their daddy and mommy? Something wrong there. If we're supposed to be Africans and kings and queens and Africans, then how the fuck don't the Africans, the so-called Africans, how the fuck they don't come and get us? How come they can't come over here in America and say, oh, you're my brother, you're my sister, let's build together? How come they don't build with y'all? How come? See, you have to understand, black folks, you're the biggest laughing joke of the world. Because I've heard from Arabs, as a matter of fact, you can go on YouTube, there's Arabs, there's white people, there's Jewish people, there's all kind of people on YouTube admitting that the people who came from the west coast of Africa were Jews. We having a problem. But yet, we want to go by everything else. So here's the deal. Christianity, during the Byzantine Empire, we were the ones who created Christianity. Because we went off and we followed false doctrines and we started going off and doing wicked things and celebrating wicked holidays and shit. And so we incorporated a lot of that into Christianity. Later on, the so-called Jews, once we were conquered by them, they took over Christianity and made it super, super wicked like crazy. And then once our children were being shipped away, and once the elders were destroyed, you're left with the middle people. And the middle people, the ones who were knowledgeable, they got destroyed. So we became dumber and dumber. Once we became so fucking dumb and lost our culture of who the fuck we are, then came the Renaissance, and now they call themselves Jews. When in our slave spirituals, it tells us who we are as a people. But Tariq Nasheed didn't want to go into that. Because we left Christianity, we think that we're going to run into something good, so we ran smack into Islam. The Arabs had their hands in our enslavement too as well. Now some of us ran from being Muslims, and then we ran smack into what? What did we run smack into? Oh, we Pan-Africanism, we Egyptology. Don't you understand? We are in every single window doctrine of our oppressor, and we're too dumb and stupid and proudful to admit it. Because we want to stay with our own doctrine instead of coming back to who we are, because we think we know all the answers. And it's kind of funny that black people is the only ones that is exchanging this African bullshit. I'm waiting for somebody from Africa to validate anything that you're saying, Tariq Nasheed, anything that you're saying, Umar Johnson. And no, I'm not saying Dr. Umar Johnson, because see, folks are saying that you don't even have credentials, and there's been folks who was looking you up like crazy. We have a fraud in the conscious community, and we have a major fraud in the conscious community. The black woman is God, but meanwhile polite and is thieving and stealing off a black woman like crazy, ripping black women off, and that no good trifling ass nigga Sonetta knows about this shit. So don't have me respect the pro-blacks at all. I don't give two shits about them. This shit is not right at all. So there's a whole lot of shit that Tariq Nasheed constantly leaves out of his hidden color. And he has to, because he's controlled by the so-called Jew. And that one black person, that was part of his crew, out of every single so-called Jew, there was one black person. He was probably Boule himself, because in order to work on Hollywood and have Hollywood get you big like that, is you have to do some selling out. And Tariq Nasheed is a sellout. Look at his fucking meme. Look at it. Look at it. I want you to look very, very carefully at it. I mean, the more and more I dig into shit, because see, you have to understand, I'm not saying it because I have hatred for my people. See, this is in reverse. I'm going after people who secretly hate us. Let me see it. Let me say this shit again. Pay the fucking attention. Shut the fuck up and pay attention. I'm not going after Polite, Sarnetta, Tariq Nasheed, Omar Johnson, Bill Cosby, Cornel West. I'm not going after them because I hate them. Steve Harvey, T.D. Jakes, Creflo Dollar, Leroy, what is his name? Frederick Casey Price, all them dumbass bitches. I am not going after them because I hate them. I'm going after them because in secret they hate you, and you think they love you when they don't. That's why they call it the fucking secret society. Because it's secret, they hate your black asses. And I know a lot of y'all talking about what a white man's a devil, look at what he's doing. Well, every black person that I'm showing you on the Boule and all of them who are throwing up these satanic hand signs like your Tariq, Nasheed, Umar Johnson and them, they're the fucking devil too. What? They're the fucking devil too. But it's okay for you to be a black man or a black woman and be the devil, right? But the white man can't be a devil, right? Right? So let me ask you a question by logic. If a black man molests 300 children and a white man molests 300 children, which one would you leave your child with? Come on, dumbass black people. Come on, answer it. You're seeing the fucking evidence right there. And that's why I will never build with the conscious community. I'm coming back with part 3 to finish this off.